Hey YouTube, this is Mr. King Lim, and today I'm bringing to you my Heraldic Beasts deck profile. I know it's been a while since I brought you a deck profile, so I thought I might as well just bring you a deck profile using DevPro. And it's one that I've like debated on whether to build in real life, but I ended up not. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with the deck profile. For the monsters, we have 3 Heraldic Beast Leo. Basically, it's your search. Basically, it's a searcher of the deck. You summon it, and at the end of your turn, or when it's destroyed, you can search your deck and add 1 Heraldic Beast monster from your hand. Oh, apart from Heraldic Beast Leo, that's the only condition. I play 3 Ara Conway. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is basically a card you want to get in the graveyard because basically when this card's in the graveyard you can banish another one. So basically ideally you need 2 of these in the graveyard. Then you can add a Heraldic Beast monster in the graveyard and add it back to your hand. So that's quite helpful, but as long as you have 2 in the graveyard. Basically, free Goblinberg doesn't really need that much explaining, just get rank 4s out quickly. I'm running 2 Twin-Headed Eagle, same thing, it's a graveyard effect, but with this what you can do is basically you have 1 of these in the graveyard, then you can target face-up Exceed monster you control, and you can add 2 Heraldic Beast monsters in your graveyard and add it to that monster as attachments. So it's quite useful later game when you need some attachments for a monster. So yeah, I think that's quite useful. I'm playing 1 Unicorn, basically as a defensive card. Yes, I'm running 2 Eel. Some people would play 3. Personally, I think 2. I think 2 works better for me. Basically, you can special summon this if you've got 2 or more Heraldic Beast monsters on the field. So I think 2 is a comfortable number. And of course, we're playing 3 Basilisk. Basically, another defensive card after damage curve. It's basically the Neospatian Grandma of the deck, in my opinion. It doesn't return it to the hand, but instead it destroys it after battle damage. And finally, for the monsters, we're playing 2 Summon the Monk. Doesn't really need that much explaining. For the spells, we're running 1 Dark Hole. I think a lot of people would probably favour Regeki in favour of this. For me, it doesn't really matter because if I've got a Leo on the field, I'd want to get that effect off anyway, so I can search my deck for maybe an Eel or a Basilisk. So I don't think it's that much of a problem. Besides, we've got 3 Advanced Heldriart. Basically, it's Exceed Summon from the graveyard, targeting 2 Heraldic monsters. So it's really good instant Exceed. We're running 3 Heraldry Reborn, basically the monster reborn of the deck. 1 Magical Mallet, this is just in case I have a bad draw and I need to change my hand, so I've got 1 of them. And we're running 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. For the traps, we have 2 Heraldic Change. It's basically a negate attack, and you can get a bonus Heraldry Beast. So think about if you can get a Leo out, you can actually get its effect at the end of the phase. At least I think that's how it works. And we get to staples, 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential Tribute, 2 Dimensional Prison, Compulse, and 3 Call the Haunted. Now for the Exceeds, I should mention that the Exceeds I have in this deck profile are ones that I have in real life, so that's why I'm not running, say, a number 10 or number 101 or Exciton Knight, just to keep that in mind. But anyway, for the Exceeds, we have Gemlight Pearl, 1 Vylon de Sigma, 1 Utopia, a 91. It's possible to bring out this card because, of course, with all the revival cards such as Heraldry Reborn, Heraldry Beast Eel, Call the Haunted, so it is possible to bring this out. 2 number 8 Heraldric King German Heritage. I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, one of the main cards of the deck. You'll be going for I think you'll be going for this quite a bit because basically what it does is once per turn you can select another Exceed monster and you can actually steal that card's ability and attack, and it makes the original card turn into 0 attack. So It's good if you've got a problematic card and you need to get rid of it. Photon Papilloperative doesn't really need much explaining. Number 50, Black Ship of Corn. Kaichi Koichi Dragon. That's how I pronounce it, and I'm going to go with that. Yeah, basically, it's just a double attack monster. It's basically a generic Blade Armor Ninja. So basically, when you destroy a card, you can attack it once again. Running 2 Diamond Direwolf because pretty much all the cards are, well, quite a lot of the cards are Beast type, such as Basilisk, Unicorn, Twin-Headed Eagle, and Leo. So makes sense to have 2 of those. Running 1 Steel Swarm Roach, 1 Maestro for a defensive play, a Nagosto Emerald, and finally we have a Go 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 Cowboy. So there is my Heraldic Beasts deck profile. Of course, if I were running this for real, I would have a 101. I would have a 101 and also a Exiton Knight. That's definitely 2 things I would put in there. But since this is more of a budget build, because Heraldic Beast is pretty much a budget build anyway. There are other options you could use. You could use this Heraldic Beast. I can't remember if this has been released yet in English, but I definitely know this one hasn't. It was supposed to be released in Legacy of the Valiant, but it's a Japanese exclusive at the moment. So yeah, you've got a few more options to go into. But for me, this is the best build of Heraldic Beasts. So anyway, there was my Heraldic Beast deck profile. I will probably be doing a couple duels with this deck profile in the future, because it's a deck profile that I've been wanting to showcase for a long time, but I never really got around to it. But anyway, there's my deck profile. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and this is Mr. King Liam saying goodbye YouTube,